Well, unfortunately, the International Fight Week curse continues. Fans woke up Saturday morning to find out that the UFC 213 main event has been canceled. Amanda Nunes started to feel sick last night. She was fighting the illness, was transported to a local hospital on Saturday, and around lunchtime this afternoon, she was officially ruled out of the fight. The UFC canceling the Amanda Nunes versus Valentina Shevchenko women's bantamweight title fight, and as a result, the Yoel Romero versus Robert Whittaker interim middleweight title fight is now the new UFC 213 main event. We're here just outside the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. You can see there are a ton of fans here. A lot of them are just finding out that the Nunes-Shevchenko fight is off. So let's get some quick reaction from our own Marc Raimondi and of course Shaun Al-Shatti. Marc, I'll start with you. You found out this news, third year in a row that International Fight Week kind of goes up in smoke as far as the main event is concerned. What was your reaction?
It's just unfortunate, and you just wonder how these things continue to happen. It's not even just one thing, because last year was a drug testing issue with Shaun that called the fight off. I spoke to a fan from Glasgow, was very excited about coming here for the second year in a row to International Fight Week. Last year when he was here, Jon Jones fell off the card. The main event was gone. This year he has tickets to UFC 213 tonight. Now that fight is gone. Spoke to a fan from New Zealand, same type of thing, came all the way here to see Nunes versus Shevchenko. Now that fight is off.
If I can put a silver lining to all of this, I was wondering just how big of a star Amanda Nunes is after beating Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey. This is a bigger story than I thought it was. A lot of people care about Amanda Nunes. Did you get that impression as well?
I do, and you know, it's again, it's unfortunate because this is the second year in a row now where we've lost the main event of International Fight Week, kind of the centerpiece main event on Fight Week, and at this point it was later than the other. You almost start to wonder if this is almost like a curse. I mean, you had the 189 fallout with Mendes and Aldo, and then last year and now this. Altogether, it's just very unfortunate.
Yeah, and of course they tried to have Michael Bisping, GSP, headlining the show, and then of course
Cody Garbrandt,
Tony Ferguson, Nate Diaz, they tried. This one is just one that I think they want to get by and get to 214.
And another thing is just like this whole week has felt sort of flat for the most part. And then last night we have this really tremendous end to that card, and we were kind of riding high into today, and it lasted all of like what 5-6 hours until we get back to the reality of, oh yeah, bad things happen in MMA often.
So Amanda Nunes hasn't talked about her illness, her health status, if you will. Valentina Shevchenko has put out some tweets. She may be talking to the media in a little bit. But an interesting development once the story came out was Joanna Jędrzejczyk, the UFC strawweight champion, who has a history with Valentina Shevchenko, as I was told, was quote-unquote begging to fight on this card tonight, to fight Shevchenko at perhaps 125 or a catchweight, and the Nevada Athletic Commission said, thanks but no thanks, just not enough time for medicals. What do you know about this situation?
Yeah, I spoke to Bob Bennett, the executive director of the Nevada Athletic Commission earlier this morning, and she's not currently, talking about Joanna Jędrzejczyk, she's not currently licensed in Nevada. She would need to go through the whole run of tests, and we're literally just hours away from the fight now. There's no way that kind of stuff could come back and be done before fight night. I think that it was really smart of her to kind of jump on the opportunity because there's that history there, and it kind of, you know, as to her name, people are very positive about that kind of thing on Twitter and social media, if they see a fighter try to step up and save a card like that. And I think that it was a brilliant PR decision, but probably never really a realistic thing that could actually happen.
That's Chael Sonnen 101. That's right out of his playbook. You know, ask for the fight, you probably won't get it, but you look like a true superstar, a gangster, if you will, a G, as the kids like to say, just by asking for it. Last thing, let's just assume that Nunes will feel better in relative short order. Would you like to see them rebook this fight or move on to another fight?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like that's kind of what you have to at this point. There's no clear-cut contender in that division outside of Valentina Shevchenko. So, you know, it's an unfortunate blow for Nunes. I mean, this was another big centerpiece stage for her, and to have something happen at the very last second like that, no one wants to see that, and we all hope she's okay. But I feel like you have to rebook that fight whenever she's healthy and available.
Yeah, as of right now, it's currently around 4 p.m. Pacific time here in Las Vegas. A very fluid situation, a developing situation. We're going to find out more, hopefully by the end of the night, about the current status of Amanda Nunes. Hopefully we'll hear from Valentina Shevchenko, maybe even UFC President Dana White as well. For now, UFC 213 will proceed with 11 fights. It's actually just getting underway in the arena behind us, so we'll get to that. It is sweltering out here. The fans are trickling in. Some unfortunate news, but the card goes on, and we're still getting the highly anticipated Yoel Romero versus Robert Whittaker fight. We'll see you after the fights for our post-fight wrap-up. Thanks.